bonus feature McNinja 2 DVD with the director, showing you how he really busted out some amazing, ridiculously amazing, just keep hearing it, you might believe it, cheap effects. Here are some excellent acting by Daniel Lister. It's kind of jumping, but don't worry about that. Boom, boom, look at this acting. He's shooting the camera, not whoever he's supposed to be shooting. I'm shooting him with the camera, and he's shooting me. But look at that handsome face, right? So we're going to pull part of this, clean it up. We just need him to look at us, pull the trigger, bang. That should be plenty. That's all we need of him. So I'm going to teach you guys how to shoot Booger and not go to jail for it. So here we go. There's Daniel. Here is a picture of Boog that was taken while we were shooting. He was very useful during the shoot. Never really got in our way. Just held all the weapons and drank all our soda. And let's look at this here. Unfortunately, this is so blown up. It's such a huge, amazing picture from our picture master that I can't even get a good look at it. So let me see if I can resize this to a little more useful amount of sizing. Something like this. Oh, close enough. Well, not quite. We want it like that. Oh, it's amazing. Okay. Look at that, kid. So the first thing we're going to notice is he's got a pocket full of who knows what. Second, he's got 3 guns on him. You see all those guns? We've got the gun that he managed to break the silencer. He's got one here. He's got one in his front in a dangerous position if it was loaded. Kabang! He's got a nice little headset on. He's got the helmet, the safety glasses, and he is lipping the heck out of the community Mountain Dew. So he's a good guy to have on your team. Holds all the props and licks all of the bottles. So, of course, he's going to have to die. And I've already got McNinja here ready to shoot him, because McNinja is in the bushes right next to Booger out in front of a seed cleaner. So let's shoot Boog. First off, we need to find right where he pulls the trigger. Gun starts shooting up right about there. Insert a new video track. Get out of there. Here is a muzzle flash. Poof! Just like that, we'll drop it on there. And you may think this is easy, but you know, I went to film school for no years, and you know, it was a lot of work. So I just changed the transfer mode right there, kind of bring it up and down in opacity, right about there. We got to position that sucker. Whoops, not like that though. Not like that. Is that a little big? It seems a little big to me. We'll rescale that down to a happy muzzle flash. I'm happy to flash. Right there. Perfect. So you may think a muzzle flash needs to last a few seconds, but it doesn't. A muzzle flash is 1/48 of a second, and we are in 24 frames per second. So actually every other time it should muzzle flash, but you know, we're in the big leagues now. We always see the muzzle flash. And another cool thing you can do is on the video track, I like to add a little quick brightness just to light up his face. Because when a gun goes boom, right there, so does everything. So we go from here to pow. You know, the muzzle flash is lighting up the scene, and it goes so fast no one will even notice, except add a slight bit of credibility. So we just shot at Boog. Let's see if we can hit him. And I don't know how we're going to hit him unless we add blood seeping out. So there's, you know, some gruesome blood there just shooting out just forever. Just, you know, so much blood. And this one, it's got a little bit of gravity, so I like that one. We'll drop that in there. And so what we have is, yeah, we better make a new video track for that. Video track. So now we have 3 layers on top of each other. And we'll put that one up higher, because this is in the add mode, and this is still regular. And here we have blood seeping. So, has anyone heard of chroma key? People think in the movies when you add green, it just disappears to the cameras. Well, that works for black as well. If you're smart. So I'm going to drop in a chroma key here. Our color is black. Grab some black there, and there's blood left. And we'll just drop that right on top of bug. Now it's ugly. We need to clean it up. Pull out that, and then boost what we've got left. And there you have it. Bam, and he's bleeding. But the blood is way too fast, so we need to stretch that clip, stretch it out slower, and of course it's not lined up, so let's flip it around. And we could resize it just right, but that kind of makes it look funny. And if anybody thinks what I'm doing is kind of gross, it's not real. It's digital blood. It's not getting on the community Mountain Dew. There's no germs besides the ones that have already been passed by the book. So here we go. Let's have a look-see. Bam, and oh, he owned you. We just need a sound effect. And it's, yep, there, oh, that's pretty serious. I mean, you might want to look at that. The end. Hello and welcome to the special features of the DVD. This bonus section is called Color Correction. My name is Brian Gray, and I'm the director of Danus McNinja 2 and 1. Check out my headphones. Alright. So, here's a quick little segment I got. Little clip, and you're saying, oh my gosh, that looks great already. Why would you color correct it? And I would answer you by saying, for money. I mean, you know, so people recognize my talent and give me big sacks of money. That's what it's all about, paying the mortgage.
Now angry. Keep holding.
You see what I work with here as a director. It's best to get volunteers because they you know, they got their heart and soul into this. And so we have Kirsty Graffenberger here acting as a troubled youth, little emo girl here. You know, she's got her cool glasses and her bad attitude. You know, mommy, daddy, why not a BMW? Why just a Volkswagen? You know, you went to Germany for it. You know, follow through here. Look at me, I'm serious. I'm you know. Anyways, so that's her. So to color correct this, I go over to my track effects here, or you can do it. It doesn't really matter how I do it. But if you have cool software, you can go into plugins, and we'll go through. Here's a brightness and contrast. Here is the color correctors there, but I'm going to put in a curves. I'll put in the color correctors, primary, secondary, and gradient map. So we've got this huge string. I'll make a little room here. So we've got this huge string up here, and we'll just kind of go through these. Now, if you want to make a movie that people are like, wow, that looks more film-like, but still sucks, crank up the brightness a little bit and blow the heck out of the contrast. And there you go. Crappy, great. Crappy, great. Right? Because this is what it looks like. We thought it looked pretty good, but it doesn't look that good until you, oh, wow, yeah, more movie look. But what this is essentially doing by using the plugins, why you don't want to use it, here's a color curve. If we increase contrast, it's got the same look. What we're doing is crushing out the blacks and blowing out the whites. So now the sky that had lots of detail in it before, well, not very much, but some, is all just flattened out, and the blacks are all crushed with this effect on. See that? And so as I do further color correction, this thinks it's just a big black bar. So we don't want to do that. That's why it's called curves. So we don't curve it. Excuse me. Grape juice. So here's the shot with the contrast I've been using. And since the shot is a little dark, I might set a point. And you can kind of see how this works just by going like this. And the $1 million movie curve is something like this with the blacks pulled out a little bit. And instead of, see when I got it pegged here, it makes it all black, but if I, leave it there, there's detail in the shadows and still leaves it kind of dark. So that's still just, it's a little extreme, but we love extreme because we are extreme. Okay, here's color correctors. Basically, we've got our low, mids, and highs. And if you want that $1 million sunset look, you make the low end kind of blue. You blue out your low end, and then you kind of lighten up for that sunset look. And so basically, I just bumped my shadows blue. In the morning when the sun, well, I wouldn't know, but when the sun sets and the shadows get blue and the sun gets high, and it looks like this. And so there's that $1 million look, and that's all it takes. Or you got that yellowy green kind of matrix look. There is no spoon. That whole look. There you go. So that's what most people use, but I don't. Color corrector secondary is pretty cool. There's this cool thing where you can desaturate all your colors except certain colors that I found. And so, there's her tie-dye colors, which, why you would wear a tie-dye shirt in an action movie, I don't know. Moving on. Right now. Check, check, check. Okay. So we left off. I turned the thing off, and now it's on. So here's the color thing. I mean, really, kind of cool, kind of not. More important is this preset right here where it changes studio to computer red, green, blue, and it kind of bumps it up. There you can see it before and after. Just kind of contrasts it out a little more. But we lose some highlights and stuff, so I'm not going to mess with that. Gradient map is the coolest thing ever. This is what we are here to learn about. And if you didn't want to make movies or ever want to color correct a movie before, now is your chance to be like, wow, I want to do that because look how cool that is. So let's get to a cool shot here. Yeah, I hate my life. Ah! I'm filled with emotion. Okay, so here's our low. See the little 0 over here? We got the 1 is the mid tones, and then you've got the highlights as 2. That's what it acts as, and you can kind of add transparency to any of these. And you can make your own. Say I want my darks to be left alone. I'll leave them transparent. Here's my midtones. I kind of want, a dark greenish look. And then on my highs, I want more of a light yellow-ish color there. So I've got a gradient map. What I can do is add it or blend it. And of course, I would want to back it off a little bit. And voila, we've got dingy, dirty green look. Could even push these kind of brownish, right? Why you would want to push those things brownish? No idea. But hey, it's as easy as a click of a button to change your look around to our sunset look or our just cool blue look. People are getting shot, and it's cool. Very cool. So there are some presets here you can mess with. This night vision one I used as a security camera look. You just back it off a little bit so it's not so extreme, or you can blow the heck out of it, whatever you'd like. But you don't want it looking like a pile of crap. And if you notice, somebody, a brilliant photographer, shot a wide-angle lens on this shot, so the gun really looks in-face 3D. But there's the sun got into the lens, and there's all these little spots here. We've got all kinds of stuff. I don't even know what that is. And if you look closely, yeah, maybe we'll pull this sucker down and you can see it better. You can kind of see some circular swoops in there somewhere. They're there, trust me. Maybe your monitor is better than mine, but they're there. So, got to color correct that, and remember, this is actually good because it neutralizes. It makes all these not red, white, and blue. Go America, not as noticeable. Kind of makes them all the same color. Anyways, here's a nice one, sunset. Turn it on, and we've got pretty much nothing in the lows, left those alone, and then we did a 3-color burst for the sunset. This is a great one. You can just back it off a little bit to not look so crazy, and there you have it. There's the difference right there. Kind of cool. The contrast curves helped it a lot, but there's just life in the yellows. Who doesn't love the yellows? We love the yellows. And here's just a basic warmer yellow look that I use a lot. And Right about there is actually what I've been using for the McNinja movie. Right there. And, you know, you're like, wow, it did just about nothing. But look. Off, on, crappy, amazing, total garbage, just beautiful. It makes all the difference. So, there you have it. I made a preset the other day called Swamp Thing for that dingy look you see in all the dingy movies. Those of you who sneak out to the movie theater to watch PG-13 and R-rated violent movies with blood squirts and stuff, perhaps like this movie right here. It has this kind of darker, dingier look, and I like it. So, greens and yellows, and I called it Swamp Thing, just so you know how good at naming things are. And if you wonder why the script for McNinja is so amazing, that's because I didn't write it. So there you have it. There's color correction for dummies. Let's make a final decision here. Boom. And there's the display. I'm emotional and I'm shooting. Bam, bam. And, you'll make $1 million. The end.